For this video, I'm going to be showing you 3 false cuts anyone can do. Now, you should know these 3 false cuts if you're a magician or if you are starting in magic. So there's going to be a beginner false cut, a intermediate false cut, and a advanced false cut. So without further ado, let's move this light and show you the false cut. Okay, so with a false cut, if you don't know what that means, essentially that means it looks like you cut the deck, but you can keep a portion of the deck. So I'll show you what I mean. Now there's going to be a few variations for some of these cuts, and I will show you them too. So here's the first false cut. Now we have the 4 of diamonds on top and the 4 of hearts on the bottom. So if we give it a cut, you will see we have the 4 of diamonds on top and the 4 of hearts on the bottom. Just like that. So let's break down how this false cut is done. So the first thing you're going to want to know how to do is a swivel cut. So if you don't know the swivel cut, essentially it looks like this. You have your middle and your ring on the top of the deck. You can have your pinky too, it doesn't matter. You have your thumb on the bottom, and I have my index curled. You can play around with it though and see what works better for you. So there's a few ways you can do this. You can either use your index to lift up about half of the deck, and then you can do the cut. Or you can have your index finger curled and grab half the deck and have it cut. So this is the only move you're going to be doing, really. So let's say we use our index finger and we cut off half. So just put your index finger about half and just lift up. And make sure your grip isn't very tight. So loose but not too loose so that happens. Now when you lift up, you're going to use your index finger for your other hand. And you're going to I usually contact this bottom corner. It doesn't matter though. Contact it with your index, and you're going to be turning your index away from you, not towards you, because if you do that, you'll run into your thumb. And even if my thumb wasn't there, it still wouldn't work. So do it away from you, and you will notice that it will be pivoting across the first knuckle of your index finger. Now, it might be the second knuckle too, but for me it's the first knuckle. And so when you have it about 90 degrees like this, so like this, you're just going to move your hand so towards you up, and you'll notice that the pack will be aligned with your hand. So when you move your index, it'll fall down nice. So, like this, okay? So this is really the whole move. So like this. And then you can take this half, and you can either set it down like that, or you can come back, touch the halves, keep a break though, so you don't lose that part of the deck. And you can just lift it up, and when you put down this half, turn this other hand down, so it's half like this. Then you can complete the cut. So like that, okay? So one more time, you have this grip. Now of course, if you don't lift up, it might be a little harder, so have a loose grip. This is where you can play around with how many cards you want. So like this, but it's going to be the same thing really, and then down. Now if we put 2 cards on top, so the 2 red 4s, it's going to look like this. Now of course, you can do multiple cuts. So what do I mean? Well, you can do more than half, grab those, put that down. And then once your hand is this, like this way, don't grab it with the other hand and put it back down. Just turn your hand up like this, grab in your other hand, and do another cut. And you can continue doing cuts like that. So essentially, looks like that. So that was the first false cut. Now, the first one I actually did, so that was the second one, looked like this. This is just a nice, I call it variation. So what this cut essentially is, I learned this from Jay Sankey. I think Disturbed Reality has a tutorial on it too. But essentially it's going to be in high, elevated, what's this, biddle grip or mechanics grip like this. So your index on top, middle ring, pinky on the side, and your thumb like this. Come over with your other hand. So about half of the deck, using your middle and thumb, grab about half. Now when you grab half, you're going to strip it out. All you're going to do is use this hand with the bottom packet, come over this top half, which will be the bottom packet. Put this down, and while you're putting this down, this hand is going to be turning in towards you, okay? So it's going to be like this. And then you're going to grab this and put it on top. Or you don't have to do that motion like this. Another way would be just do it like before, but instead just turn your hand and grab that and put that down. Okay, so that's how that would look. So those are the two false cuts. I'll leave these face up so you can follow along. So we have one false cut. We have two false cuts. And let's do another one. Like that. So those were the beginner false cuts. Let's get into the, I would say, intermediate false cuts. It would probably fall under the beginner range, but it's going to be a little more, few more moves you're going to have to do. So we have the 4 of diamonds and the 4 of hearts. We're just going to keep those cards throughout the tutorial here. So this actually has 2 variations. So it looks like this. This one is going to be a little harder, but I'm sure there are tutorials for these everywhere. So essentially, you're going to hold it like before, middle ring, pinky off to the side, index curled, thumb right here. Now, instead of grabbing half, you're going to grab about a quarter. Now, a quarter here could be 5, 10, 15, no more than 20. So when you grab this, you're going to put into your hand. Now, at the same time, you're going to lift up on about half again. But you're going to come in, and when you come in, you'll notice your ring and your pinky are available, and your thumb has some more room to grip. You're going to load this in the back and hold it, and you're going to grab this half. So you're going to do a swing cut, and use the fleshy part of your thumb here to grab it. Now I usually grab it near the middle, but you can do near this top corner too. And this is where you can really do whatever you want. You can either use your index to swivel or your thumb to swivel. But either way, it's going to be swiveling across the first knuckle of your middle finger. Okay? So you're going to swivel, open up your hand, but not too much. You don't want this packet to fall right here. Going to drop that in, and you're going to put that on top. Like that, okay? So, one more time. Not that hard. So, like this. Like this. I'll use my thumb to show you so it works. And like that. And look at that, we kept both cards. Except we didn't. Okay, here's the 4. So something happened there, which was fine. But it keeps both cards now. So a good variation to this would be like that. And using those 2 cuts, you can actually put together a new false cut, which I actually put together. I haven't seen anywhere else. So let me teach you this false cut. So same grip as before. So get comfortable with this grip. Get comfortable with the swing cuts and the swivel cuts. So you're going to grab it like this. open up, do the same thing as before, but now you're going to grab the bottom half, swing cut this onto this half, so use your thumb to grab it and put this on top. You kept the 4, you kept the other 4. Like that. So, like this. And that. So let me show you the move I actually put together using these. I haven't seen anywhere else. So it looks like this. Okay, so this move looks like a lot, but it's not. So all you're going to do is do that first cut. So go ahead and do it. Now, what I do is for this bottom packet, I put my pinky in there. So I put this on top, I have a pinky break. Okay? So there's a few ways you can do this. You can come in and now grab a thumb break. So like this. Use your index to swivel off this half. And then grab it and do that. So it looks like this. Messy if it's slow, but do the first cut. Grab a break. Put these on top. You have your break. Come in. Grab a thumb break. Swivel cut with your index. Okay. Open up this. Grab it with your fingers. Grab, grab, slam. And that keeps those 2 selections. And finally, we have the last one, which is a advanced false cut. So essentially, not the best, but that's what it looks like. And you have both of these. So how are you going to do this? Well, the first thing you're going to want to know is a swing cut and a swivel cut. So if you want, I will upload separate tutorials on those. And you're going to want to know the one-handed cut, okay? So make sure you know the one-handed cut, which I actually did make a video on. So what you're going to do is hold it like before, cut off a little portion and put into your hand. Now the second portion you're going to cut off, it's going to be little, but it's going to be put on about halfway. So I mean like this. So you can see there's some room down here, about the halfway point, and there's some room up here. And now with this half, you're just going to put it on, but you're going to line up those 2 bottom halves. Like that. So this half is sticking out. So what you're going to do then is put your thumb on this top half. And this will make the move a lot easier. Going to use either your index or your middle finger. Swivel out this half and just put it in your hand. And at the same time, now you're holding a break. Going to do a one-handed cut. But then if you want, you can move your index on top, move your thumb under, lift up your thumb, and then turn these over and put them in. So that keeps both of the cards. Okay, do this face up. So follow along. Like that. And that keeps both of them just like that. So let's go over all of the cuts one more time. I'm not going to teach them. I'm just going to show them. And then that will be the video. So the first cut was that cut. We have either that one or you can do this one. The next one we have is this easy cut, which everyone does a video on. We have this one. I actually saw from Matt Franco. if you want to, do what I did. Put both of them together, and you can do either with your thumb, or you can do it with your index. And then we have... Now, if you know a different cut, you could probably use that too. And that was sloppy, but that is what the cuts are. So just like that, and that retains both cards. So that was the video for today. 3 false cuts with a few variations. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what else you would like to see. That'll be it, and I'll be coming out with some more videos. I'm still practicing. This triple cut. And I am still practicing the butterfly cut. The butterfly I'm having a little trouble with, but could be worse. So, that's it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.